Greetings everyone and welcome back to the Warlock of the Firetop Mountain. We carry on through the passageway and enter into another room of similar size. This room is splendidly decorated with a polished marble floor and rough walls. Also, in last episode we get this gem which we needed, the Cyclop Eye. So, from now we might as well just move forward. There are a number of paintings hanging on the wall and a dwarven woman is staring at them intensely, giggling madly. Her hair is unkempt and her clothes are ragged. Her eyes sunken and tired, as though she has not slept for weeks. At her feet are an assortment of strange trinkets, small bones, teeth, gold pieces, bits of half-eaten food and splintered pieces of wood. Some of these objects have been placed that they need various paintings.
Master! Master! Look what Tomodil has brought for you today!
She murmurs. So I have 3 stamina, which I kind of forgot about, which means basically we are quite fucked in any nearest fight. So I think the best course of action would be try to avoid getting any damage and not getting in any suspicious danger zones, and that's kind of feels like a danger zone for me. Oh, look, this is broken. Oh, no, I have no idea what it is actually. But I can use it. But I don't know what it is. But I can use it. Should we provision? Oh, we have only 1 provision left. Fuck. That would be so much better to use on the at the bench to get more. Can we like do something with the souls we have, I wonder? Because I don't think we can actually. Not that I know of. Okay. I mean, we're supposed to be able to do something with it. But I don't know. Okay, what are we doing with the dwarf? Why would that dwarf freely allowed to wander around here on her own? Should we speak with her? I think... Oh, this is bad. She's like mad. I just want to leave the room, actually, really. But there is pieces of food on the fucking ground, too. Consider to have. I don't know. Let's just leave the room. I am curious what is here, but... Oh, look, a bench! Right here! Oh, yes! Oh, good, I didn't need this painting. Oh my god, I would lose my shit if I eat these provisions. This painting? Did I say eat this painting? Oops. Rest and consume some provision. Yes! Oh my god, I'm fucking hicking. Loosen stamina. Okay. Before long you arrive at another junction, breaching off to the east and the west. I have feeling like if we go east, then it's very likely we're gonna go where the other door went, like the earlier door which we could speak. So let's head west. The passageway ends at stairwell at the top of... You find yet another wooden door, this time a small one with carved bone handle. You listen but hear nothing coming from inside. You try the handle and the door opens into a room with a sandy floor. You can hear the sound of fast-flowing water. In one corner of the room is a pile of rubble, mainly stones and dust, but there are also 2 odd-shaped pieces of wood and a length of rope. A door in the north wall leads on. You pick up the rope. It looks normal, in fact. It looks as if it might be quite useful. You open your pack and put it in. Suddenly, it becomes alive in your fingers, snakes quickly up your arm and attempts to wrap itself around your neck. You'll need to act as fast to get it off. Shit. Please. Fuck. Fuck. You struggle with the rope and it tightens. As the rope tightens around you, you feel dizzy and lightheaded. You squirm and struggle to reach for your weapon. Oh my god. Quickly but carefully you slice the rope and it falls to the ground, still twitching as though alive. The enchanted rope is finally disposed of. There appears to be magic little true of Firetop Mountain. Either Zagor is careless or he's up to something. Oh. Nice place. The passage leads you northwards. The rocky floor becomes sandy until eventually you are walking on cursed sand. You notice the passage is widening and ahead you can hear a flowing river. I heard about this river. Who knows what lives in it? You continue until you find yourself in a large cavern through which a river flows. Here on the south bank of an underground river, facing across its black depths, there appear to be 4 ways of crossing. Oh well, that doesn't look safe at all, isn't it? And I want to mention this rope thing. I remember it from sorcery. I think they use it also somewhere else as well. That the rope was actually some dangerous weird thing. To the left, a rusted bell bears the sign "Ferry Service, 2 gold pieces. Please drink." And this also I remember. Something very similar from, I think, Sorcery 3. I can see a pattern here. To the left, okay. There is also a small raft in front of you on the bank with a long stick resting beside it, which you could use to punt across the river. A rickety old bridge also crosses the water to your right. It winds its way into the darkness of the cavern. Not sure who would use a ferry down here, but maybe that's my best option. I'm not sure I trust that bridge. Well, I certainly don't. And the ferry guy from the sorcerer was a pretty nice guy, if I remember right. Although he might like betray me or not, I don't know. I just want to ring the bell. The bell gives you a dull clang, and after a few moments, out of the darkness, you see a withered old man rowing a small boat. He rows slowly across to you, moors the boat and limps towards you. Could you imagine it would be the same guy? Like exactly the same guy, like magical ferryman? The ferryman asks you for 3 gold pieces. When you protest at the price, he mumbles some flimsy excuse about inflation. He begins to get angry at your protestation. Yeah, just pay him. I have money. He calms down, takes the gold and rows you across to the north bank. After mooring the boat, he mumbles off down a passageway. We are now standing on the north bank in the large underground cavern. The most striking thing is a massive structure to the north, built into cave wall itself. It remains a feeling of dread as it looms over the riverbank. To the right of the huge structure is a small but still imposing building in the cave wall. Directly to the east is a wooden building. Near the bridge, half-finished wooden boats lie nearby, as towed in progress. Okay. So, wow. That's pretty neat. I don't know, gives me like Arx Fatalis vibe. Huh. That's probably the ferryman house. That's probably the main way to go. And that's something else probably. I kinda want to explore the shack to the west. You walk across the sandy riverbank, leading to the derby shack. There is a door leading into the shack which seems to be unlocked. You are in a small foul-smelling room. You notice two doors, one to the west and one behind you to the south. The furniture in this room is sparse and has been made mostly from bits of old boats. There appears to be nothing of value in the room. An old man in ragged clothes is slumped asleep on a bench made from a half-rowing boat, snoring loudly. Oh man. Oh hi doggy. You didn't mention anything about the dog game. Wow. Next to him is a visage-looking brown dog with red eyes and black teeth, which you have awoken and that is now eyeing you suspiciously. A deep growl is coming from its throat. Okay, the drink potion of invisibility. I mean, it's a dog. So I'm fairly sure even if I drink that, he could still probably very likely smell me. Just what I needed at this point in the quest, an overprotective dog growling at me. I kind of want to wake up the guy, but what if the guy will be upset and he fucking attacks me? Well, let's do it. It seems like I don't want to kill the dog, and I'm not sure will it be like, oh, you can use this item in few places, but in some places it would be useful. I mean useless and useful. So I don't know, do I want to actually particularly do that thing? Let's just bang on the door. The old man eyes flutter open. He sees you and grabs for a half oar lying behind his bench. You tell him you mean him no harm, but he remains on guard and eyes you cautiously. Although he looks harmless enough, his dog could be dangerous. The man's boots are undone. When you begin talking, he becomes angry and bids you begone. He'll have nothing to do with adventurers. His dog senses danger and snarls menacingly. Stay to try and pacify him. I have bad feelings about that. I mean, I need some provisions at this point because I don't have any. My stamina could be better. I don't want to fight the dog. The old man is probably not a big deal here. Sure, let's try to. I will regret that one day. As you attempt to calm him down, you only succeed in making him angrier. Traitor! He shouts. The old man shouts a command at the dog and it gets ready to attack. Back towards the door and escape, okay. Desperately, you begin to back towards the door. As you do so, the man's dog leaps towards you, a blast of fire shooting from its mouth, right at my face. Please don't. Please. Please. Okay, that's good. You reach the door in time. Whew. Backing away from the dog, you reach the door and slip out through it. You return to the north bank of the river. Let's check the northeast one, since I believe that's not the right way to go. But what about this house? You follow the fine sandy path leading to an imposing building in the cave wall. While not as large as the building to the north, it is nonetheless magnificently grand towers above you. You cannot help but wonder how on Titan the thing was built. At the top of the steps is a heavy stone door that seems very solid. Having opened the door, it grins against the floor and protests. Entering, you find yourself in an opulently decorated room. You are overwhelmed by the sight of thousands upon thousands of bottles lining the shelves of the room. Fine carved furniture is placed strategically about the chamber. Oh, hi there. I remember you. You are the dungeon master lady. Waiting for you inside is a tall woman wearing a long, dark gown and spike crown. Actually, I start thinking it's not her, she just kind of looks similar. But she looks evil as fuck.
Welcome, Alexandra of Black Sand. I'm Oriana, the Keeper of Souls. You don't know me, or maybe you do. I can never remember, but rest assured you played thus. Do not be alarmed, I'm here to help you. Also, it is she.
Purchase something from Soulkeeper. Sell something to Soulkeeper. What are you buying? What are you selling? What can you tell me about the Domain of the Dead? You ask the Soulkeeper. She pauses for a moment, but her face remains expressionless and without emotion.
A place cursed by Zagor, created to provide an army of restless souls, each of which will endlessly guard his inner sanctum. I find it to be a useful location to be near considering my line of work. However, I'm not without my own protection. Many so-called heroes have become nothing more than tortured spirits of the guard to the Warlock's treasure. I would advise you to be prepared.
What are you selling? You ask the Soulkeeper if she has anything for sale. She gives you an unsettling smile.
Give me some gold and I will give you some gifts.
Ooh, these things are more pricier than I do remember, actually. I kind of want just provision. Mage Jumper. That sounds... How in the living hell I would get 75 gold pieces at this point of game? I have 31 gold. That means I could buy 3 provisions. Oh, I can buy just 1. Unless I can buy another one. Unless I can buy another one. I'm not sure if wasting all my money on this is a good idea, but I couldn't really... Can I sell something to her? No. Inquired about the Warlock treasure. And what about the souls I was collecting? How those... How would I thought I gonna buy stuff for souls or something. Zagor is rumored to have an hoard of a treasure. Do you know anything about it? You ask Oriana. She raises an eyebrow, quizzically, then answers.
Ah yes, of course. The Warlock guard his treasure well. It is kept under lock and key within a magical treasure chest. He never keeps the 3 keys with him, instead choosing to cast a spell on them. Each key is secured, guarded, and change position with the mountain each time someone enters. The more keys used to open the chest, the greater the reward within.
Okay, so she basically says that each playthrough the keys might be in the different, and the more keys used to open the chest, the greater the reward within. So what if I have just 1 key? Does it mean I get less reward? Well, I think that would be it here.
Goodbye, Alexandra of Black Sand. I know we shall meet again, if not during this adventure, then during your next one.
Not understanding what she means, you leave for the large structure set into the cave walls. Well, I think that might be it for this episode, actually. And in the next one, we're gonna head north and see what's await us there. Seems like there is an entrance on the left side and there is a main entrance in the middle. But there is a school here, so I don't really like this very much. Just saying. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you did, and there will be another episode next Friday. I wish you have a lovely weekend then. For now, farewell.